Okay, on the bench today is a Technics something. Can't find my reading glasses. Try this again. All right. Technics B30 on the bench. This cover is in rough shape. Lots of scratches on it. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different with this video. I'm going to work on the dust cover first because I want to try something with this dust cover. So this dust cover suffers from what many of the Technics turntable dust covers suffer from, and that is these plastic tabs. Either the tabs will break or the hinge will break. These are spring-loaded hinges. And this particular turntable has a busted tab. The other part of the tab is in there. So I have, let me show you this. And I usually keep one of these on hand, or a set of these on hand, I should say. This is a set of metal replacement tabs. So, and it comes with the hardware. I think I paid 15 bucks for this off of eBay. So you can actually replace those tabs, and it's a little bit of work to do that. You can replace those tabs with metal tabs that will screw into the dust cover. But what I want to try to do, and I try to keep a set of these on hand at all times, because I bet at least 30 to 40% of these that I've seen, there's an issue with the dust cover. But what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to repair this with some baking soda and some super glue and see if I can fix it. I'm not sure how successful I'm going to be, but I'm going to try that first, and then I'll get into the turntable and service it. I don't know what the status of the turntable is, but I don't know that I've ever come across one of these that I could not get working. Knock on wood. I hope that's the same case for this one. So let me first get this little plastic tab out of here. And there's the tab. All right, let me move this onto my truck behind me. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do is glue this back into position. It goes on like that, and I'm going to see if I can get it to hold. I've never done this before, but it seemed like something that might be kind of interesting to try. I think what I'm going to do is first I'm going to rough up the plastic, and I can't go too thick on the bottom coat, right? But I do want to rough this up a little bit and then get a coat here to hold it in position, and then do the top. Now the top is really dirty, lots of grime on it, so I'm gonna have to clean it first and then rough up the plastic and kind of make sure the surface is prepped, and then again I'm going to clean the other side. So probably not going to be too exciting to watch me do that, so I will do that off camera and come back when I'm ready to attempt to glue this in position, and then we'll see if it stays. So I'll be back when I'm ready to apply the baking soda and the super glue. Alright, so I've roughed up the tab, and what I'm going to do is, making sure that's in position, I'm going to apply the glue first, and then I'm going to be kind of liberal with the amount of baking soda that I put on here. And essentially this is going to hopefully form a type of weld, I guess, right? So I'm actually going to just get some glue into the crack, kind of where they would meet, just a little bit, and then get the tab in position, and then some glue on top. And then I want to kind of even that out a little bit. Again, I don't want like a big blob in the middle. And then put the baking soda on it. Let it sit for a minute. Oops. And then wipe it off. Like so. Okay, I'm going to do this a couple of times, but right there, I'm only one side is done, but right there, right, I've got it applied, and it's in a thin coat, and it seems like it's pretty good. Oops, I don't know if you saw that or not. Let me get this back in frame. Right, and I can actually sand this down, which I'm going to do, and kind of smooth it out. So let me do the other side now. Right, the other side is here. This is kind of in a weird position for me, so I'm going to try to get my head around here. And again, even that out a little bit. Make a thin coat, and then hit it with the baking soda. All right. Knock the excess off. And that thing is on there really good. So let me sand this down just a little tiny bit. Make it nice smooth. And this is just some 600 grit sandpaper I had sitting on the bench. Then what I want to do is apply more super glue. And then, gosh, that thing would stand up and be nice. Smooth it out. Put that on there like so. Then do the top. And a little bit of glue. And now this is, please don't think anything when I do this. Right. Get the powder on there, spread it around. Right. Knock it off. And that thing is solid. It is solid. It's not going anywhere. It doesn't feel like it anyway. So let me sand this side and sand the sides of it. And then we'll pop it in the turntable, make sure it still fits. And I may have to work on sanding some of this down to get it to fit. And then hopefully it'll go in there. All right. Let me zoom out. Clean up my mess. Grab the turntable. And see if I can fit that back in here. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to take a little bit more material off to get that back in, but not much. Not much. There's a little tiny kind of hump in the middle of that. Unfortunately, my sandpaper is buried behind some speakers that I'm not real happy about. So anyway, let me work on this, sand it down a little bit, see if I can get it in that hinge, and then I'll start working on the turntable. Check it out. Worked pretty good. I did have to remove quite a bit of excess material because you're building layers of plastic is kind of more or less, I don't know, kind of how I view what I'm doing here. So I was able to get that in there, and with some sandpaper, my Dremel, and a little bit of effort, I was able to clean it up. I have to clean it up a little bit more. You can see it doesn't sit perfectly straight in here, but it is pretty darn close. So anyway, I'm going to end part one with the turntable cover, and that, I mean, that's not going anywhere. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to end part one with the turntable cover, and then I will come back in part two. I will work on the turntable. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.